Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is belief and trust. Faith is confidence, and it's the substance of things hoped for. The word substance means to stand firm. Someone that stands firm is unmovable, and the elect of the nation of Israel stand firm in what they believe in. They stand firm on what they hope for. And the elect hope in Yahweh Shemel Shah. The evidence of things not seen. So the elect doesn't need physical proof to believe. Because they know that the word of the Lord is faithful and true. They know that the counsel of the Lord stands forever. And Yahweh Shemel Shah is not a man that he shall lie. Now Hebrews the 11th chapter goes into various counts of men and women that stood on faith, that believed in Yahweh Shemel Shah. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, obeyed. Right, the Most High have called Abraham and commanded Abraham to leave Ur the Chaldees. He commanded Abraham to leave his father's house because Abraham grew up around people that practice idolatry. He was an idolater himself. He served other gods. But the Heavenly Father called him to be his chosen. And he told Abraham to go into a place that he will give him for inheritance, which is the land of Canaan. And Abraham obeyed. And he went out not knowing whither he went. This is a perfect example of faith. He didn't question the Most High. He didn't ask the Most High, where is he taking him? But instead, he hearkened unto his voice and obeyed the Heavenly Father's command. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, which is the land of Canaan, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Right, because I mentioned that the Most High have established a chosen lineage. He established the seed of the promise. And that seed of the promise began with Abraham. The Most High have made the everlasting covenant with Abraham. He told Abraham that if Abraham walk before him and be thou perfect, which means to have faith and obey the Most High, that the Most High will be his God, and the Most High will be his seed God, and the Most High will bless Abraham and make him fruitful and multiply, and his seed will be descendants of kings, and they will inherit the land of Canaan for eternity. This same everlasting covenant that the Most High made with Abraham was passed down to Isaac and Jacob's 12 sons, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. So these men are heirs of the same promise. And ultimately, the Most High promised them the kingdom of heaven. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. Right, that's the kingdom of heaven. The Holy Land, Israel. The land that flowed with milk and honey. That's the promised land of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jump down to verse 17, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. Right, we read in Genesis, the 22nd chapter, where the Most High tested Abraham's faith and commanded Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac, who was part of the seed of the promise. And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son. Right, because that same everlasting covenant the Most High promised unto Abraham was promised unto Isaac as well. I believe that's Genesis, the 26th chapter. The Most High appeared unto Isaac and promised him that same everlasting covenant he promised unto Abraham, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right, because Isaac is Abraham's second son. Abraham's first son was Ishmael, but that everlasting covenant wasn't passed down to Ishmael. It was passed down to Isaac. So that's what it means when it says that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, because Isaac is part of the seed of the promise. Not Ishmael, neither the other 6 sons that Abraham had with Keturah. But that everlasting covenant was passed down to Isaac. Accounting that Yahweh was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in the figure. Right, so Abraham believed that the Most High was able to resurrect Isaac from the dead. This showed his faith and obedience in the Most High. Kol Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Bashah Ba'Shem HaKakodash. Shalom.